Also,
Derek,
Matt,
did you know that the Zeebo is now on sale?
yeah, that wanted poster should have a Zeebo in it because I want it.
I need it. Welcome back to the Mammoth Muscles Flophouse. Lots of chill gaming today, and there's nothing more chill than the Zeebo. And I'm over at my friend Derek's house. He let me over. School is out, and we're gonna play a Zeebo. Derek, how do you like your Zeebo?
Yeah, my mom said you can stay over until 4:30, but you know you can call your mom. Maybe you can stay a little later.
Sorry, Mom, I'm playing Zeebo with Derek. And she's like, I don't want that Derek influencing you with his exotic Brazilian video game systems.
Well, thank you for cutting through the tree hole there. This is for people who don't know, and that's okay. That's okay to not know what the Zeebo is. The Zeebo was a very short-lived and very ill-fated console that originated in Brazil. It did have a moment in Mexico, and my research indicates that it perhaps was briefly in India and China, but things went really bad, so they might have tried to go there. Basically, what you might think all of those countries have in common is, back in 2008, 2009, when this was produced and made, not a huge presence from the big Sony, the big Nintendo, the big Microsoft.
There wasn't any E3 presentations that centered around the Zeebo circa 2009, certainly.
Because the idea with the Zeebo, and it's kind of a clever idea, is they wanted to bring like legit gaming to places where typically it's the bootleg market, the gray market, as it is called, that it rules the land. And it's like Brazilians, they know their gaming. They are down with it, and they love it. But
they love the Mega Drives.
They love the Mega Drives. They love that's the thing is like you go to Brazil and say you want to get a PS2, you go to the local bodega, you go to the streets, and you get a PS2 that's probably modded to play all kinds of import games, and then you go and just get import PS2 games because the PS2 at the time was like $600 American. $2,000 Hey Ice or whatever. It's the pricing situation for entertainment for video games in Brazil is nuts. Tectoy made this thing called the Zeebo. They were like, we're gonna bring legit gaming, digital downloads to the masses, and we're gonna cut through the bootleg market. It did not work at all. At all.
It didn't 0%. Take. It was a medicine to a problem that didn't really need solving because it was never going to get solved because people were taught over years being like, no, let's just keep trying to get the games that we want, like, because it's what we've always lived with. So if a device is, hey, no, you don't have to do that. They're like, okay, what do you got? Well, we got a bad version of RE4.
Exactly.
We got a bad version of Quake.
Actually, that version of Quake is like fine, but it's 2009.
It's bad.
It's Quake. I've played Quake 13 years ago. Oh, Pac-Mania. Oh boy, the 1980s arcade game. And by the way, there is Pac-Man on this device. Only Pac-Mania. The best one. Mm-hmm. And also, like, this is Resident Evil 4. It's based on the cell phone version.
Nice.
And at the time, like, they had access to the real thing. If you wanted to play Resident Evil 4, like, you were not doing it here. So it was a device for nobody.
It's a device for you to make content on your channel, and it's been doing that.
But of all the games, of the several games, not many were really exclusive or kind of that super interesting. However, this here Double Dragon, this punching, kicking Bimmy or Jimmy here, this is kind of an exclusive Zeebo game.
Sorry.
Exclusively to the Adventure Time BMO. My bad.
Sorry, I was distracted by Bammy or Jammy's uncoordinated drunken dancing. That was not martial arts. That's him standing on hot coals.
That's it. Ouch! Oh my god.
Woo, woo.
Look at that butt.
I'm very glad that we're playing Double Dragon Zebo today because I have long since lusted after this because I once saw a gameplay video and I was like, what? You can do this and there's juggles and it's like a completely different game?
Yes.
And I asked my friend Two Snacks, who lives in Brazil, like, is there any way you can get me a Zebo? And he tried. Lord knows he tried. But he's like, nah, man, no one's selling them. So that's why I'm over at Derek's house today, checking out Double Dragon Zebo.
And I gotta give a shout out to our hookup, Rockman KB. He gave us this fully stocked Zebo here, and that's why I've been making a handful of videos over on my channel on Stop Skeletons from Fighting. By the way, I'm Uncle Derek from Stop Skeletons from Fighting. I forget if I actually introduced myself proper, but I'm over here, and I've done some Zebo videos, and so this is a fully stocked Zebo. Emulation for Zebo does not exist as of right now.
I tried, believe me, yeah.
Yeah, you can backdoor install games. I'm pretty sure that's kind of how this was. Like, I don't know that they went and bought every single game. I don't think they did. You can.
I'd be surprised.
Yeah, but I was under the impression that I don't know a lot of technical stuff. It's my understanding that backdoor installing all of these games is not quite as easy as just shoving in an EverDrive SD card. But thankfully, they were able to do the voodoo, the black magic to make it work, and we're gonna play some Double Dragon here.
First of all, I love the farty trumpets here. Like when I think of Double Dragon, I think of farty 8-bit. Well, not 8-bit, but like 14-bit style music here.
This was trying to compete with like the PS2 and the 360, and also like cheap plug and play Mega Drive, Master System stuff. Like there was just no world where this was going to work. It's also based off of Brew as opposed to like Symbian or some other OS. Like Brew is not a thing really made for games. However, this is one of the few like 2-player Zebo games. Apparently, getting 2 controllers working on the Brew,
it was a big thing.
Was a huge problem, and they managed to make it work. Let's just run through the normal game here. There's a lot of cool extras, but we're just gonna jump into it. So I feel like this is like kind of based on the arcade version, maybe a little bit more based on like the GBA version.
Yeah, I think it's similar. Marion just got a little punch to the belly welly there.
So I got this cool, like you can, all right, I got punch, I got kickos, I got jumpos.
So already the animation is like stupid nice for like, you know, when you think of classic Double Dragon, it's like 2 frames of animation. So all these sprites redone.
And there's a duck, which I can kind of, if I hit duck here, duck by itself, or duck and forward is headbutt. Duck and then uppercut. I got duck and kick. I can double tap and do a jump. I can double tap and do duck, which is a cool kick here.
Always love the Mickey Mouse hand that shows up to let the bill out. I was about to say the Jammy Brothers, so they know when to go.
This is again kind of original. Kind of has a little bit of the arcade version and the GBA version, but like fans of the NES game will kind of recognize this level a little bit. Yeah. We are actually about to fight the boss here already.
Wow, that is way too well animated of a whip. That's like Simon Belmont like levels.
Yeah.
Holy crap, because the whip usually sucks in Double Dragon. It's like really short range. Oh, come on, Grunkle.
Oh, jeez.
You can do it. What?
So also, this game is, all right.
That was sick.
I got 5 credits here. I'm going to use probably most of them.
Yeah,
I'm
5
actually
creditos.
I am playing on easy, and you know what? Hate in the comments if you want. You ain't played this game. It's dummy hard. I don't think
there's many gatekeepers for the Zebo.
I don't know.
Oh, are you really gonna use like Ashes of War and summons here on Double Dragon Zebo?
Oh, also the death noise that they make. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's from Metal Slug.
I wouldn't be surprised.
There we go. All right.
I'm sure a lot of SNK music and sound effects are like, you know, big in the Latin world in general.
Listen, Metal Slug belongs to the world. So this looks like the second level kind of from, you know, the NES game. the music is there from the NES game, right? I think most people are most familiar with the NES game.
But that's why Double Dragon Zeebo is so weird, because it's like this one remade game that never quite found its way outside of the Zeebo.
Yeah.
So, because Double Dragon 1 has been remade, so I only found out about a Sega Master System version that has completely different sprites from the NES and the arcade and the whatevers, like, or maybe it's TurboGrafx, I don't even remember. There's so many. I've been even wanting to do, but it's too daunting to do like a complete Double Dragon retrospective, but just part 1, like just based on Double Dragon 1, it would be like an hour long just for that one game because there's so many versions. Okay, so if you ever saw a guy just holding a complete oil drum above your head, what is one's reaction to that?
Oh, the opposite direction of whichever way I was going. I'm turning around immediatly.
I'm not sure if this is coming across in the video, but I'm going to take a guess. When you move in this, does like your character move way more than you think he should? Or is it like precise control?
It's not. Well, it's hard to say if the control is bad or the controller is bad.
Right. There's two schools of thought, and both are wrong.
Yeah, it's puking on a pile of shit, I believe, as has been described as.
Your dash is so fast. It's like I've never seen a man sprint with such urgency.
But then look at these dudes with these insane combos. Oh, and they just nothing.
So I don't know if I'm a beat 'em up protagonist and I see a guy in a suit in front of me, that's when I know like not to fuck around and find out. Because wow, big OTG stomps. Oh,
I think I'm about to get an extra life. Or I already got one.
By points, you mean?
There we go. There, got it. Cool. Yes. From here on out, it's all different. I believe levels 3, 4, and 5 are just straight up completely brand new.
All new, all different Double Dragon experience.
Yeah. This isn't your dad's Double Dragon.
Yeah.
This is Zeebo's Double Dragon.
Derek, you got 50,000 in Double Dragon?
In just 2 minutes? California.
Yeah. I gotta take advantage of your skills in the Nintendo World Championships. Wow, we had 100 hand slap? What the hell was that? Never seen that before.
Ah, all right. Well, good about that. Classic, he gets up and he disappears. And he is gonna reappear naked somewhere.
Nice. As he should.
Somewhere a large man's just gonna be naked and someone's like, ah, all right.
A Vader-esque man.
Yeah.
Of considerable carriage. So
a
highway level.
It's a very polite Canadian way to put that, Matt.
Yeah.
But yeah, here we are.
Highway level is very different. You're right.
It's also like a broken highway too. So are we like? We're just trying to get Marion back. What's with the apocalypse situation going on here?
Can we not afford a car? Is a car off the table?
And drive where? Look at this road.
Can we not afford a bike?
All right, valid question. All right.
The Lee brothers take what they can
Matt,
get.
If I can ask you a question. I know you are a Final Fight guy.
I am.
And you seem to know a thing or two about the Double Dragon. What are your thoughts on the Golden Axe games? Where do you stand?
I think the classic Golden Axe games are serviceable, not a spectacular Golden Axe games, beat 'em up games, but Golden Axe: The Revenge of Death Adder, the arcade game that never got ported, is one of the most incredible beat 'em ups ever made, and I'm very, very sad that never got a port onto home consoles.
I don't think I'm aware of that, to be honest.
So it wasn't even called like a numerical sequel. It's just called Golden Axe: The Revenge of Death Adder. I think it had 3 or 4 player compatibility, and you could play a girl that was a centaur.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, exactly. It's all feeding into what we like. And it was like, it looked like it belonged on the Saturn. Like its sprite work was like really advanced and stuff, but it never came out to anything. Very sad.
It was probably that time when it was like, hey, it's 2D, it's the mid to late 90s, like if it's not 3D, it's not worth it.
Yeah, maybe,
Oh my God.
but
I'd love to get up.
I've only played it like once or twice, and it's like a really fun beat 'em up. Like it does really neat things with the franchise, and they really should have gone with that. But then it's like after that, like what they had the Golden Axe fighting game, and then a really terrible remake of Golden Axe 1 on the PS2 that was like dreadful to look at. And then after that, it's just like, oh, Golden Axe Beast Rider, and then it gets real depressing. Oh, I wish it got the Altered Beast treatment. I like that PS2 Altered Beast is Devil May Cry 3 compared to Golden Axe Beast Rider.
I watched a super cut of all the transformations.
Yeah.
And I was really shocked that like for that for that Altered Beast, they went like kind of body horror with it.
Exactly.
Which I didn't see that coming. I just wanted to be like a big Hulk Hogan, a big Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then turn into a wolf. That's all he needed to do.
It was the PS2, man. It was the style at the time. Well, if I'm in some sort of weird, vague apocalypse and I'm trying to save my girlfriend, I gotta lay down on the ground for a long time. That's how I get my rest.
And also, we're just like in a building with like a lot of cameras.
A lot.
I don't know if I don't know if there's really much of a story here.
So here's the thing. I was about to say, like, especially Double Dragon 1, the story is so weird versus the home ports and the arcade ports, where in some versions they're like, oh, it was your brother Jimmy. He was jealous of you and Marion's relationship. And other times it's like, no, he had nothing to do with it. It was some guy with a machine gun named like Machine Gun Willie or something. And it just depends on what version you're playing. They're like, oh, is Jimmy was behind it all, and Marion's at Ted's house.
I thought in the NES version they made Billy or whoever it was the bad guy because they had to explain away why a game called Double Dragon was only one player.
Something like that. Like they were like, oh, we needed to do, and like Double Dragon 3, the arcade game was a weird, different thing with, like, there was a third Lee brother named Sonny.
What?
Yeah, this is a thing. And then after that, they were like, well, when we port this, let's leave that out because that was stupid what we did. And that was Double Dragon 3 on the arcade had microtransactions, if you recall.
No, Matt, stop it.
You go into a store and it would say, for extra lives and weapons and extra characters, give us more quarters.
Matt, this is a YouTube video. You can't be lying to people like that.
Oh, you can. You can absolutely do that.
Wait,
but
we can just lie to people?
I'm not lying in this instance.
Shit! I've been trying to tell the truth all this whole time.
So for the Japanese version of the arcade, they're like, oh my god, people hated that, what we did in America, so let's not do that. So the Japanese version of Double Dragon 3 doesn't have a weird microtransaction store. Holy shit!
Yes!
Are
you fucking... Yes! I know, right? She has a cool area of effect, like wings come out.
I thought you were lying.
I'm not kidding, man.
That's so... You can tell that's such a brand new asset. Yeah. Cool chick with white hair and a fucking katana. Yeah.
And she's like jumping and like it's. I almost don't.
What does katana mean anyway?
It means big sword.
It's Japanese big sword. So Derek, you're a big Dr. Giggles apologist, right?
Why would I apologize for Dr. Giggles when it's a perfect film?
So yeah, you're a big Dr. Giggles apologist. I have a big horror movie recommend for you that I watched just the very last night.
Oh, okay, I'm ready. I'm in.
It is called Ice Cream Man. And it is just as batshit insane as Dr. Giggles, but this was directed in 1995 by a former director of The Porn.
Oh.
And this was meant to be like somewhat of a serious movie, but halfway through they're like, no, this is like a silly parody. But I think it's because they looked back at what they filmed and they're like, oh, there's no way anyone's going to take this seriously. Let's just start saying it was a parody. And there is no story other than there's an ice cream man who kills people.
What else do you need? What else do you need?
And the most famous person in this film, as far as I know, is the scientist that helps the Ninja Turtles in Ninja Turtles 2. That's the most famous character in this, in this
guy.
movie. Yeah. Pepperoni Heaven. That guy, you know. So yeah, big Ice Cream Man recommendation. So
Well, there you have your Ice Cream Man and Vanilla Ice connection right there.
there you go.
That is your 7 degrees of Ice Cream Man.
And some people could say that an Ice Cream Man is technically a doctor. So there's like he's a doctor of ice creamonomics. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's connected to Dr. Giggles in that way.
He works at the crematorium? Is that a thing?
Oh, that's why you're here. It's just pulling out the belters.
I got it.
Hitting some dingers.
The boss here is also kind of cool. Again,
Okay.
this stage and all the like 2 stages before this, all original. But I do believe that like these suited guys are from Super Double Dragon 4.
There's definitely a suited guy in Double Dragon 4. I'm not sure if it's the
Okay.
exact same sprite, but it must be like an homage to that sprite.
I do believe there are like a handful of Double Dragon 3 references, kind of sprinkled throughout. It's a very strange game. Master Who and the Drunkard Chew is actually a great game.
Yeah.
But I do believe I had to have watched a video that was like breaking down like, oh, here's how to actually beat Double Dragon 3. And I'm sure I watched that and looked at their tips and went, oh, okay. But I did not retain any of that information, but
It didn't matter. All the tips in the world, like it's still the most unapproachable Double Dragon like on the NES by far. Like it's just it's so much harder. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, cool nunchucks.
Oh, yeah, sorry. We can't watch this in Canada right now.
No, that's the UK.
Is it the UK? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
damn.
the UK.
I got a Razzie
why
on
they were
Canada.
the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles in the UK. Like anything to do with ninjas or like martial arts weapons was like no. I think I've may have talked about this in like a previous video too, but like the main reason why that is so is because the creator of Double Dragon stated how like Technos like had no quality control over. No, they would not institute quality control over anyone they would hire to license out the Double Dragon IP, and they would not care about the port's quality. They would not care about like the artwork or the box art or the logos. They would just say do whatever you want. So like there's so many ports and different versions that like mess with the story or did this. There's no consistency. So unlike, a Street Fighter, holy shit, look at this guy.
Yeah, we're gonna see. He does some damage here. Oh god, this is not good. Yeah, okay. Well, that's actually kind of shocking to hear because the NES ports were the first 2 NES ports were really good, man. Like those games were legendary.
Every subsequent one like was like weirder or worse, and the arcade. What the?
Yeah.
Okay then.
He's a bit. Well, I mean, he bashed through the wall.
He bad.
Oh god. Stop. I don't want you to do it. Get out of your cave, man. If only there was head.
Oh, I see that you're maidenless once again.
Oh, damn.
It's fine. Anyone could have fallen into those spikes.
Yeah. Actually, the entire second level.
It's spikes.
You could. It wasn't spikes, but you're like on the edge of a building you can technically walk off of. Final Fight totally stole this from Double Dragon. Oh god. Oh. That's not fair.
Stole which? Yeah.
The last boss being a guy with a gun.
Well, I mean, it was a crossbow that shot little bolts, but your point remains.
Oh, well, I thought it was a gun, but
it's a little crossbow because you can punch the bolts out of the sky as they come at you. Believe me, I'm a big nerd when it comes to this.
Yes, no, I absolutely believe you.
Okay.
I had you in. I mean, I was legally obligated to have you in my Final Fight video.
That's true.
Like, I don't know that I could ever, like, look you in the face again. It's like, oh, hey,
No,
Matt.
I would-
Hey, Derek. How was that Final Fight video? Like, oh,
I
yeah,
would
sorry.
forbid looking at the face.
Yeah.
At that. Holy crap! He actually used it.
Actually,
The
he's been
madman.
using it, but he's been shooting his own enemies, his own people with it, so.
How do you defeat an enemy that does that? Who's willing to take out his own guys and put himself at a disadvantage?
Yeah!
Yeah.
So that was Double Dragon. However, this is barely even like what this game. Here's the reason. If you're a hardcore Double Dragon fan, you probably know where I'm going with this. But yo, there's some extras that you get unlocked bonus stuff. And
Willie. That's all it says.
Willie.
I knew him well. Yeah.
But we went to the restaurant where we had necessary Nova liquor. And we could not continue to divide our success, a trifling success. So we had a revolution.
Yeah.
Of a,
so go rest our heroes.
Billy and Jimmy. You know what?
You have
better translation than the American third game. There you go.
True. Oh, what a great screen.
Hey,
baby.
Man, she's tall.
She's tall.
And she's pretty built, too. Okay,
well,
anyway.
You've seen Marion in River City Girls, too, where she's
Yes.
just got suit buff as shit. It looks awesome.
Yeah. And she's also, like, just facing the camera. Like, she's, like, tilting towards, like, yeah, I work really hard on these abs. Look.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, Matthew.
Yes. Yes.
What about what you know about replay value?
I know a thing or two. I know that you want to have it. So does this have it?
Let's replay the game as
Holy shit.
Every single enemy in the game you can unlock eventually and play. Like I beat this with the Bobo and it took me like 20 seconds because he's so strong.
Wow.
You can play.
This is something they did in Double Dragon 4, which was released only a couple of years ago, where you would beat the game and you unlock a character for like versus play, or you could go through the single player as them, I believe. But
Really?
that's very reminiscent of this. So did it start here?
Maybe. All right. So here's the ninja guys. How do I shoot?
Yeah, you should. How do you do your teleport?
I don't think I can.
As long as you have a time machine, folks, you can go back to 2009 and get Zeebo on sale.
Yeah, Zeebo in Brazil was available for just over 2 years. And when they shut it down, like it was all digital only. They shut it all down. So you couldn't even download games after a certain point.
So yeah, when I was looking for one, and you can't just look for a naked Zeebo, because it was all digital games, as you say. So you needed a one that at least had pre-installed games, because you couldn't hook it up and like try to get more. Like it was all or nothing.
It was done. They pulled the plug on that completely. I also cannot stop laughing at the walk animation for this.
Hey man, he's trying his best. Derek, thank you so much for showing us this Zeebo and this Zeebo of Double Dragon today.
Yeah, I hope that people watch this video and enjoyed it, but also that perhaps that emulation will be a possibility. I hate to be all like, hey, look what this game that I got, you guys can't play. I'm borrowing this from a fan. I have to give it back to them. I'm not even gonna be able to play this. This is one of the few games that absolutely should be available. I'm hoping that the nerds out there, the real heroes, super fans, can get this, get the emulation going, because it's pretty fucking rad, man.
You know, it's really cool. It's a very unique specimen in like a long-standing franchise like Double Dragon. It's been around for like 30 plus years. But there's gonna be a link in the description for Derek's recent Zeebo video. It's a good one. Check it out. Grunkle, I'm so glad you got to show. This has been like kind of like a mini dream of mine to see this game done to completion, and it's really neat seeing all the little differences and stuff. So thank you once again.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Anytime you need me to play dumb games for you,
you're the best at doing that.
I'm your man.